Hi, everybody. Um, we're meeting today to discuss some details about the task. And I think we should start maybe in a minute. We'll wait a little bit, maybe somebody else will also join. Oh. Hmm. Oh, well, that share the invitation. Oh, quite a bunch of people joined. So seems like waiting for a bit more makes sense as well. I think we're gonna start in a minute. All right, I think we're gonna start. So guys, let's jump straight to the task. So as you have already heard and probably checked the website, this is a task about clinical trial outcome prediction from Bioptic. And I would like to first set the grounding for what we are aiming for. First of all, indeed, we are interested in building an agentic AI solution for first binary outcome prediction of the endpoints of the clinical trials. Those are efficacy and safety endpoints. Second, we are interested in the red, yellow, green flags that the agent should produce. And third, the design of the agentic system should be such that there is no direct spotting of the outcomes that are published in web directly. So, meaning that, let's say, exactly the same indication, drag, and phase appear somewhere else in the web. So this is important because otherwise the task wouldn't make sense, right? But yet we want to have the predictive capability of the AI agent, predictive and reasoning capability of the agentic system. That is important. So I guess can you please just somebody message or just say hi that you are listening to me, just in case.
Hi.
Oh, great. Thank you. So next, I want to say is that this task is, so we typically at BIO.XYZ, we do write research papers, AI research papers. And one of the recent ones was about small molecule drug discovery. So it's we published 14 new molecules for LRRK2. This is a target of Parkinson's disease. And we did that with our, of course, neural networks, with our deep learning models, particularly transformer models that are trained for contrastive learning. And so we do that, and we tested them in wet lab. Those compounds that we synthesize them and test in wet lab. So it's all confirmed. And also we are writing papers on the agentic AI. So we are doing not only the scientific part of the drug discovery, but also the kind of the asset and competitive landscaping of the whole space. For those who are not familiar, I will not dig into that at this point. But the point is, the main goal is to also build agents that would traverse the drug space and allow us to build a system that would perform a very intelligent due diligence. And that is important for the investment in the drugs, first of all. So investors would like to understand what are they investing in before giving money. And the investors currently are at a very high lot because there are so many drugs on the market that are just on the shelves. So they are not funded well. And the reason for that is particularly because it's hard to perform due diligence. And otherwise, we would have much more drugs in the market already, and people would benefit from that. So that is our mission to unite scientific world and the whole drug development process. That's why one of the problems, like we're tackling from multiple angles, and we already wrote a publication. That's what I was beginning. It started with. So we wrote a publication on competitive landscaping, meaning that we created a benchmark where we collected competitors from the memos of our partner investor company that invests that has been investing to drugs like since I don't know, like within the recent 15 years. And we collected their knowledge and basically constructed a benchmark for to ask our agents to produce at least the same amount of to find at least the same amount of competitors for the existing drug programs. And we succeeded at that. We beat OpenAI Deep Research, Perplexity, and other systems. And published a paper which became very loud in our space. So if you would continue working on our track and actually hopefully we'll also can talk later about your success and about future opportunities at BIO.XYZ. That would unlock, like, you will actually work with a team that is at the very edge of the AI for bio. So that is not only about science, but tackling the problem from multiple angles. Because turns out that bottleneck is not on science at all. Science only takes 5%. We started with that, 5% of the whole timeline of drug development and budgeting. So we started with that, but now we're also switching to the more practical, applications and competitive landscape analysis, asset tracking, and due diligence is one part of that. And as a subtask of all this, we set up the clinical trial outcome prediction, because we think that in order to build truly sophisticated AI agents, they need to learn. They need to learn, right? And for learning, there is no clear data set that would allow us to do such things. And we found out that, particularly if you would collect fresh ASCAP abstracts, so with the clinical trial outcomes published, we will be able to train a truly sophisticated agent. So one can just build an agentic system. Maybe it will be a simple React, if you are familiar, agent that would just have chain of thought, right? Thought, action, observation sequence. And if you would prompt it well, you might already get a pretty good quality at this task. So it's pretty easy to start, I would say. So actually, to start, you can even have just one LLM call with web tools, with one web tool, actually, not much. And you probably will already get some baseline solution. And going forward, you can actually start implementing some meta learning, for example, where your other system teaches the main agent, given the data set, the training data set of the success and failure cases, so that it prompts your main agent to actually do a better job. It's like in classical machine learning, right? We always fine-tune models, train models and fine-tune models, and this is a similar way, but on the prompting level, you can do such things as well, as an example. Or you can even go deeper if you have some GPUs. Actually, we can ask NIMUs if you want to give you some GPUs as well. If you truly believe that you will be tackling this problem and from this angle, you can actually start reinforcement learning on the open source LLMs and just give us the direct task. Gives the web tool, puts the restriction on the not looking to the events that happen after ASCA as a constraint, and that's it. Like you can fine tune the model to actually do a great job at predicting the outcome. And as I said, so the LLMs allow us not only give the final answer, binary final answer, but we'll also likely see traces, right? Reasoning traces. And I think that is the whole idea about that, that people will have some interpretation of these results. And it is so important for the drug due diligence. So I literally would like to, I would like to see these high quality reasoning traces that are directly to the point, to the science, to the biology, and also to maybe to the patient's data, if it's possible, or at least some cohorts of patients that could be mentioned within the reasoning traces, so that we see that, okay, the agent indeed understands why this trial could fail or will pass for specific endpoints, right? And that is, I believe, very possible to do, because there is a lot of historical trials data, and very much likely we will find a lot of correlations with the current abstracts given the past trials. So I think I have reintroduced the task verbally. And you also have all the slides, Kaggle competition webpage, and the description on the website. But please let me know. Well, first of all, I forgot to finalize the outcomes of, not only you can build the Agentic AI system here and win the competition, but you can also, as I said, we use this hackathon opportunity for us also to hire great AI engineers. So if we would be building a strong solution, we will talk later. And also, a part of that, separately, completely independently, we can also work together on a new AI research publication. So this work is like, we already constructed the data set, and I think it's in really good shape. We have worked quite substantial amount of time on this data set. So it's like maybe 30–40% of the work for the publication has been already done. So meaning that if you would build a great AI agent, and we will later benchmark it appropriately and showcase that in the paper, so we could actually have the publication as well. So these are all the opportunities that we have. We're open to a lot of things. So yeah, I think I'm done describing all this. Please let me know your questions. What questions do you have, guys? Did you look into the task?
Hi, Vlad.
Hi.
I just want to ask, I looked through the Kaggle competition, and I have the question about the files containing the labels. So I found there not only the target column, but also others like p-values, confidence intervals. What is the reason for leaving them there?
Okay, yes. So if you would open the original, like any of the abstracts from the ASCO, there are links available, right? We have URLs in the data. You will see the full abstract text, and typically it contains the descriptions of endpoints and as well the statistics that actually were obtained during the trial. So these confidence intervals are coming directly from the abstracts. So we have just parsed them for your, for simplicity to work with that data, so that you can easier work with this data. Basically, we LLM parsed all these statistical values. So you can use that. You may not use that, but the important fact is that so a good clinical trial typically is set up as at least a two-arm study, meaning that we have a treatment group and control group. So control group can get a placebo, and treatment group will get a real drug. And we, like in the trial, they start measuring how patients, they start measuring certain endpoints, let's say overall survival, right? It may take months and years till the event. At the end of the trial, we will get some statistics collected, right? How much people lived in each of the groups. And and then we need to perform a proper statistical test. Did the treatment actually work compared to placebo or not? And that is typically done by a statistical test, right? And there you will see p-values, and the p-value, like if it satisfies the test, we they also might tell it in the conclusion that okay, this drug really worked, and specifically this endpoint showed that it worked, but they might not say that in text. And I mean, they might say it in text, might not say it in text, but the strongest signal, whether it worked or not, is a statistical test. So that's why we parse it all and put in the data set.
Okay, thank you. And the second question, in the Kaggle competition, the train set contains like 100 something rows, right? So I guess that it's like an example, right? So we're not going to train our models based on this train. So we need to parse all the trials to create these features, and based on these features, train the predictor, right?
So I would say like this data set, or the size of the data set, is pretty much enough for the training purposes. But by training, I actually mean like you can build agents, prompt them, fine tune them on your kind of training set, and you can have your own data splits internally, right? Validation and stuff, and you can see like if you see an improvement or not, and then submit to the Kaggle. And about the features, so the only things that are present in the data set is is what we have parsed from abstracts. And yes, indeed, of course, and that is actually expected, that you will use web search to find more of such more of the data. So this problem is not classical machine learning problem where you're already given a data set and you just need to fine tune and train model. You actually are you expected to use web tools to access data. So this is how AI agents are built in currently. So if you use deep research systems and just ChatGPT with web, right, it gets access to web, and that is how we're supposed to collect data. So we're not kind of trying to normalize, featureize manually. We allow the agent to do so, but of course you may find an architecture where you would be maybe collecting this data, I don't know, internally, and then you might plug into the agent, like basically reusing the same features over the development. That's also fine. Like, I mean, you can cache everything that you want. But the purpose is like, can you imagine an agent that would, like, if I would come and like at inference time and ask it like, would this endpoint pass the criteria or not for a specific pair of the drug and indication and phase of the trial, and it will give me an answer and also the reasoning process. So that's how we're supposed to use this system.
Okay, thank you. That's it for my side.
Great. Sorry if it's too long of the explanation. I hope maybe some other people may have the same questions. That's why I'm explaining it in detail. Anybody else? Do you have questions? And guys, did you, by the way, some of you did somebody of you already team up, or you still looking for teammates?
Well, hello. I'm looking for teammates right now. So if anyone is interested, you can reach out to me on the Discord server. I have the same name there as here.
Yeah, great opportunity to raise your hand here. I also have a note from organizers. So they, oh yes, like for example, how we will be interacting during the hackathon. First of all, we always at the very minimal we interact through Discord. So send you messages asynchronously, and I will try to reply as soon as possible. Once we have something that is maybe more complicated or you need real help, just like you can tell me if you don't need to do that like in big groups. You can also ask like in the private messages as well. I mean, if it's not the problem that not everybody is facing, like or potentially can face, you can message directly as well, and we can try to come up with we need a call here or not, or who else could be interested in this problem. But at the very beginning, I mean, like I recommend and please message in the common thread in Discord so that everybody is aware about the same questions and answers. And we will set up calls like depending on whether we need that or not. Like it's not a problem, just just the fact that if we need to discuss it or not. So next, the deadline is October 22, and actually, for us it's automatic. So you see it on the Kaggle competition that it has a deadline. So everything that you would do till 22nd of October, 11:55 p.m. UTC time. That is your deadline. And of course, we're not limited by Kaggle here, right? So it's 40% of judgment, but we also have a presentation part, and we also have system design, agentic system design part, and also other factors that could influence the outcome of the judgment. And they say also to me that my track will have one winner with a $3,000 prize so I think it's a good opportunity to showcase and build a great solution to become a winner. And all other opportunities basically I already mentioned. I think you might be building this solution for the first time and basically not reusing any of the code that you have been doing at your work, at your normal work. So I think it's supposed to be open source. I would love to for it to be open source, or at least we definitely need to look at this code. So we, like whatever license you might use, we at least need to see your code solution so that we are sure, we are sure that the design does not spot the direct outcomes of the trials. So we need to see that indeed you are doing great job at filtering of the web sources and mostly that actually, because we now don't have any restrictions on the models. Well, the models also need to be with the knowledge cutoff before May 28th of 2025. I think most of the models actually have this knowledge cutoffs anyway, but just in case. I mean, most of the models that would potentially be interesting to use. Like, I think even Cloudy 4.5, which was released last week, I think it also has a knowledge cutoff before May, end of May, but we need to check. What else? Yeah, and I think well, and of course, yeah, for the LLMs, I don't know if you have heard, you might have heard that you can use Nebius Cloud, and they're giving some credits, and there's a credit code. Actually, I will send it to the chat after right after the call, and you will be able to use LLMs for free, right? And I think even if you don't have enough credits, I know that they might extend more to get more. So I think yes, studionebius.com. Oh yes, you already shared. Great. I think how many credits there are, by the way, Ivan?
$50.
It's not okay. It's not that much, but I think they might expand, and we will start with this, but we can ask Nebius, like, let's do it asynchronously. Basically, if you face this issue of hitting to this credit limit, let me know, and I will talk to the to Nebius or organizers. We'll get more credits. Okay. Oh, actually, they have a special channel in Discord as well. It's called AI Studio Support, so you can message them directly as well. This is a different Discord, I think. Okay, I will give you the link. I will give you the link in my thread. I will just make sure that I can share everything from here with you. Okay. Do you guys have any other questions? All right. If no questions, let's stop here. And we are very happy to see this track, and I would be glad to see as well great solutions for the AI agents. It's easy to start, but it's a lot of the room for improvement, and it will be really great to see if you can get at least 10-20% improvement over the random solution, because the problem is hard. I mean, in terms of intelligence of the agent, but it should really be doable to have at least this gain over the random solution. So let's compete and discuss any other questions later, starting with Discord and maybe potentially having calls.
Thank you.
Yeah. See you guys, everybody. Have a good day.
Thanks. Have a good
Thank
day.
you. See you.